before you, I am not only a state senator, but also a soon-to-be mother. In a few months, my child will be born into this world, and my heart is filled with a mix of joy and concern. I want my child to grow up in a state where they can go to school without fear, without the shadow of gun violence looming over them. When I was in school, we didn't have the constant anxiety of having to go through active shooter drills. We didn't have to go a day without thinking it could turn into a nightmare. I want my son to have the same sense of safety, the same peace of mind. This is not just about politics. It's about the future of our children, of our community, and our country. The contrast in this election couldn't be more clear. President Biden and Vice President Harris, along with Democrats, have taken on the gun lobby and prioritized community safety. Meanwhile, Donald Trump's dangerous soft-on-crime agenda shows he can't be trusted to keep the American people safe. Under Trump, the murder rate skyrocketed. He and his Republican backers blocked common-sense gun reform and fought to put more guns on our streets, even making it easier for criminals to carry them. Our community knows all too well the need for more gun safety measures. And just 3 years ago, 8 Georgians, 6 of them women of Asian descent, were tragically killed by gunmen who attacked 3 Asian-run businesses. These horrific murders shook our community and underscored the deep issues we face: racism, misogyny, and the epidemic of gun violence that fuels these extremists. President Biden understands this and has worked tirelessly to reduce gun violence and make Georgians safer. He established the first ever White House Office of Gun Violence Prevention and passed historic bipartisan gun safety legislation to keep us safe. Contrast this with Donald Trump and Republicans. Just this weekend, Trump was a featured speaker at the NRA's national conference in Texas. During his time in office, he stopped at nothing to enable the gun lobby and their dangerous agenda. He opposed a federal ban on assault weapons, rolled back efforts to strengthen background checks, and has promised to block bipartisan common-sense gun safety measures if given a second term. Governor Kemp is just as guilty as Trump. He has done nothing to stop gun violence here in Georgia. But what should we expect from a man who threatened a child with a gun in one of his TV commercials? President Biden's administration has taken more executive action to reduce gun violence than any other administration at this point in their presidency. But there is more to do. And that's why we must elect Democrats and send President Biden and Vice President Harris back to the White House. For the sake of my child, for the sake of all of our children, we must continue this fight, and we must ensure that they can grow up without fear, without the constant threat of gun violence. And this is our moment to make a stand, to demand a safer future.